a whole new world trying to
Well, that's why I normally like to be early for these things, but of course, when I log on, they're like, "Well, you need to install this and that," and it's like, "Well,
I know. I well, thank you, thank you for taking the time.
yeah, of
You're recording
course.
there, we're recording here. It's really nice to see your face.
It's nice to see your face too.
How are
Am
you
I
holding
coming in
up?
clear on your end?"
Yeah, you look great. You sound great. I think that you're pinned the way you should be in my Zoom. How are you holding up? How is this all going for you at home?
You know what? I keep saying that I'm able to keep a roof over our heads. We have our health, and we can keep food on the table. So I am trying not to complain because I know how desperate things are for so many people. I have friends in the hospital. I have, uh, I am deeply aware of how of how well we have it. So as frustrating as things may be, we're good. I'm a full-time kindergarten teacher now. If I were to spin the camera around, you'd see all of our kindergarten projects, our book reports, our sight words, and like calendars and stuff like that. So life is very different for me right now, but it's all good.
Okay, but let's talk about the fun stuff. Do you guys actually keep in touch in real life, or is this reunion like an actual reunion?
It is like an actual reunion for a lot of us. I mean, I keep in contact with some of the people, like me and Kat talk all the time, and there's a couple other people that I keep in contact. But oh man, it's really nice to see everybody's faces. It brought back so many amazing memories, and I miss them. I miss them so much.
Why do you think that audiences right now are so hungry for these reunions? Like, we can't wait to see the next group of people that we love get back together.
I think in general, we're desperate for that connection with people that we love. And yes, that means friends and family, but that also means the people that you've had in your living room before. You know, those characters on these television shows that are so familiar. We're all really hungry for that. So it makes a lot of sense that people would want to see more familiar faces.
And what was it like? Most of us that have been to a reunion, it has been an in-person, you give that person a big hug and you ask them how they've been. When you're in little boxes with other people, do you find it difficult to connect with them? Or to me, there's almost this weird intimacy. Like right now, you and I are in each other's homes, technically.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of both, right? I mean, yeah, you do get to literally see parts of people's homes that you probably wouldn't have otherwise. But yeah, for this reunion, it was really sweet because our kids are running in and out of the screens and stuff. I don't know what actually will make it to air, but you know, there's very little separation between I guess reality and what you want people to see. You know, there's no filter anymore. So yeah, there's something really wonderful about that.
Okay, I have to tell you, my co-host Angela continues to be obsessed with Smash, as I know lots of people are. She wants to know, are you guys coming back? Can you revisit this as a show on air?
Well, this is the question that has literally come up every single day since we went off the air like 7 years ago. Um, but I will say that the hungrier the fan base is for it, the more likely I think something will happen. And we did the other night with several of our producers that, and they were starting to say that they're working on something. They wouldn't say exactly what it was, but there is movement in that direction. I don't know what shape that will take, but it looks like something's going to happen.
When I saw you at the Critics' Choice Awards, you had mentioned really briefly that you and Cheyenne Jackson had been working on maybe a musical or something that you might want to bring to Seattle.
Well, yeah, we've been doing concerts together. And gosh, it was one of the last things I did before everything shut down. We did stuff over the holidays, and we did, gosh, what did we do? We did a concert here in Los Angeles where we both live. And then we did one with the National Symphony Orchestra at the Kennedy Center. And we're hoping that maybe, I don't know, our schedules are so crazy that it's kind of hard to schedule them together, but we have a lot of fun doing it, and it would be so amazing to get to bring that home to the Pacific Northwest where we're both from.
Is it, I know that moving away from where you're from is all, your heart's always there a little bit, but right now with the situation that we are in, how are you doing with being far away from your hometown? And I don't know if your family still lives here, but people that you've known for a long time.
Yeah, my parents are still in Bellevue. So is one of my sisters. My other sister's in Bellingham, and I normally come up to the Seattle area several times a year to see my family and just soak up the glory of the Pacific Northwest. Because, like you said, a little piece of my heart is always there. But yeah, I think I'm. Uh, it's weird because there's dueling feelings about it. You know, I long to travel home and to see everybody again, but at the same time, I see them probably a little bit more now that we have this technology, and now we're all kind of realizing how little time we get together, and time is not promised to us. So now we make more of an effort to see each other. So while I don't get to see them in person as much, we make much more of an effort to do this, which is just as great, I think.
Your Instagram song that you sing with your husband and your the lullaby,
Oh,
the
thank you.
lullaby song. It is so beautiful and so soothing. And it made me feel that way. It kind of made me feel like, here, we're looking at something lovely that has come out of quarantine. So I'm wondering what other things you have found that have been positives with this time that you're spending at home with your family.
Oh, wow. So like you said, I mean, we're looking for the silver linings constantly, because otherwise, I mean, I don't want to think about the otherwise. I have two little kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. And at first it was extremely daunting realizing, oh, I'm helping a human learn how to read and add and subtract, like all the building blocks of her education. But at the same time, I get to watch her learn how to read, and I get to be a part of that. Like things that I would have been more on the peripheral, like I still would have helped her, but not at this level. And watching how she learns things, I mean, it blows my mind to be a part of that. And getting to spend this time with my kids. I'm normally traveling like crazy, and I'm home. And while that can be frustrating, you know, that I don't get to work, it's also really awesome to have this time with everybody. So we're really trying to make the most of it and turn it into a real positive. Because, like I said, the alternative is not where we want to be.
No. Last question. You know, for me, I am kind of an introvert at heart. And so staying home in some ways hasn't been as daunting as I know it is for true extroverts. As a performer, I imagine that you miss performing for an audience that you can see and get that energy from. How much are you looking forward to getting back to doing that? And how much has this been a nice break for you?
um, Again, it's a good 50-50, where I really miss being in front of an audience. I miss traveling around the country and the world and meeting new people. But I am like you too. I am an introvert at heart. I would always rather be home in my jammies. But I do miss it desperately. I miss that contact. I miss being in front of a live audience. More than that, I just don't know what the future looks like for that. You know, being realistic about it. So I'm trying to just be grateful for the times that I've had, and thinking about the new ways that it'll take shape once we are allowed to do that again. And yeah, I am really happy to be home and be with my kids at the same time, because like I said, I normally don't get this much time with them.
Well, thank you for balancing that and giving your Smash fans the content that they need right now. I know everybody's looking forward to watching it tomorrow.
I do
Yes.
want to warn people, there is a number, the baseball number is naughty. It's very naughty.
Okay.
And I forgot, because I watched it the other night, I forgot that they edited it for television. It's not edited for the live streaming, so it's a little naughty. I just need to put that out there because I
Okay.
watched it and I was like, oh wow, I forgot that I was doing that, or that was in there. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
All right, this is the parental advisory. You've just explicitly put it like across the screen, so now people know.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time. It was so nice to see you. I'm just going to keep listening to that little lullaby that you guys sing together and make myself feel better every night too.
Thank you so much. It's so great to see you too.
All right, take care. Stay well.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.